of our people to help them to look at their life, that of theirs and their children, the family, and how much they can help to improve. But tonight we have a special topic because a topic that has been around for a very long time. And Doris, if you want to join me, just say yes and I'll send you the link. I think you have the link already. But it's a topic of discussion. We see it all the time. And I want to ask you tonight if DNA testing should be done in the hospital as soon as the child is born. Because so many men have been fathering children, finding out later in their life that the child is not theirs. Some of them have gone to court. They have the income slash taken away from, and they are not the child's father. They have doubted it. Women say, yes, the child is yours, but when the DNA test is done, 20 years later, 15 years later, it is to determine that the child was not the man own. In some cases, the men have moved on, married to other women, and they were paying child support to a woman who said that the child was theirs. Unfortunately for the man, for this child, or for the man, the the man or the man gets sick in many cases, and it was determined that the child is not his because that child cannot help him to, for one, for blood transfusion, two, the kidney transplant or the liver, whatever. It cannot, there's no match. Most recently, a judge in the United States, married for 51 years. After 51 years, he get to realize that the two boys that he was raising, paid to university, college and university, are not his children. After being married for 51 years to the same woman, the child is not his. The question tonight, to avoid such a thing, should DNA testing be done immediately after giving birth to avoid the embarrassment and the harassment and taking away the shame that comes along with it? Should it be done at birth so the rightful father will get the rightful child, and the rightful child know the rightful father, know who to call daddy? Because some men are living with doubt still. Even though they're married, they know, but don't want to disrupt a marriage. Just leave it, let it flow like that. But there comes a time in that child life that she would feel a certain feeling. The man will get to know that too, because he gonna feel something and see something that no, that child is not mine. In the marriage, there are cases, even with church folks. Yes, there was a show I watched a couple years ago. Pastor's wife has 3 children, and 2 of those children was not the pastor's children. Now that's the pastor's wife I'm talking about here. Only when the pastor got sick, needed an assistant, they discovered only 1 child was his child. Found out that she was sleeping around with a deacon in the church. Because he was too busy, she said, doing church work that he wanted to do his homework. So tonight, on Gem FM radio here in Toronto, I want to ask you the question, the simple, obvious question. Should DNA testing be done at birth? And the second question I have for every one of us, the question of abortion. Obviously, everybody has a right to do their own thing with their body, should they want to do it. Abortion, have an abortion. And some people have abortion for many different reasons. But if there is no, well, whatever it is, whatever complication, the question to you, should a woman have the right, or should be advised based on her economic, social state, should she be advised to have an abortion? I had a lady on my show about 2020, just during the COVID, and she was right in her prime, had a scholarship, right alongside Ben Johnson and all the greats at that time. She got a scholarship, and then she discovered that she was pregnant just before getting ready to go on the scholarship. And all the coaches and everybody advising her to have an abortion. And she did not. Some of her peers had their abortions, more than one, many cases. And she now has her daughter, a student, proud of her, doing well. And their friends are living in regret that they had abortions and they cannot give birth to a child now. Some have difficulty, had to do a special surgery to have, and some they get pregnant, but cannot have, I cannot bring the child to term. I want to hear from you tonight. You can call us 437-980-7467. WhatsApp call is be accepted. Amen. So abortion rockets. There it is. That's the rhythm why is from yesterday. Some girls just get stuck up, but they ain't want it to public, you know. Some of them they afraid, humiliation, they will not go. So I hear they put their head in water. And they form an association. Anytime I'm a turning to kids from up, they decide them children can't go on. So I want the police to intervene and have some inquiries into this sudden disappearances of these unborn babies. Something is definitely wrong as well. I don't want to complain. At one time, they think I'm not no Taliban, but it's just right and back in. I want to know what's wrong, man. This thing is hybrid murder. I want to tell you that upon some family planning and they end up nothing about that. Secretaries, blacks, women, police, all are telling the truth. Even the women that run in the man, they doing the same thing. So I want the police to intervene and have some inquiries into the sudden disappearances of those unborn babies. Something is definitely wrong. I don't want to complain. At one time, they did that, but no child born. Yes, want the police to intervene. Well, was the police necessary? The radio riders back in the day thought it was hybrid murder to have an abortion. And, a lot of people live with the guilt and the psychological problem that a lot of people have today. Some people are, and is having problems, the psychological problems, because when they look back now and their lives, some of them have 3, 4 abortions and they can't have children. Even though they get pregnant, they can't bring it to term. So that has become a problem for a lot of people. They become barren by choice. The choices they made back then affect their lives today. And there are some women who just don't want children. And because they're not ready for it. Right? To that end, a lot of people decided they would not have children. So that become a choice that they have. But then those who become pregnant and probably they go to church and the parents do not want them to become pregnant, the choices that they made will be embarrassing for the family. Some will get exported. And I think Mr. X, one of his songs many years ago, had a song called Airplane Mentality. And the fact that a lot of people, even in Canada too, in the early 60s and 50s and the 40s, the church people, the Catholic church, most of them, and the Presbyterian churches, they will send their children and they get pregnant to a boarding school outside of the community. They would send them away because it was an embarrassment for them. They didn't have an abortion, but they would send them away from home. And some people, some parents will put away their children, send them out of their homes when they become pregnant, putting them in more danger. Because another person they get pregnant for is not even worthy of that. It could be a one night stand, a party jam, and they have, people do things in party. They drink, their friends, they go to a friend's house, they like the friend brother, but eventually they tip a little sex and, at time of the month, she don't know, she ovulating and she get pregnant in the process, right? So the embarrassment that the family may have to face and the humiliation, they don't want it. So they prefer to have the child have an abortion. But besides that, there are adults, there are young adults, who decide they're not going to have no children, and that the choice they make. We can't fault them for it as a choice they make, right? But at the end of the day, somebody have to answer for that. Not you. They will have to answer for it. There come a time for that. So, but some of the people that you know and I know, and those people who can just confess, at least they regret the decision. When they look around today and they see some of their friends who have children back then didn't have an abortion, and they're struggling to have a child today, trying all methods to have a child, they can't have it. They live a life of regret. Some might have an abortion because of medical reasons, and so on. But that too is a choice. However, I can't point and fault anybody for a choice that they made. They have to live with that for themselves. But my big thing tonight is those who bring the children and give it to the wrong father. And I question it because a man of science, a man who understands a little bit about the biological makeup of a woman and how and when she can become pregnant, during what time, I question the integrity of some of the women who will sleep with 3, 4, 5 men within 2 weeks in the menstrual cycle period. How you do that? I don't know. What would cause a woman to sleep with 6 different men in 1 month? Or even 7, in some cases 6 men in 1 month. What would cause that? What's the rationale or the thinking behind sleeping with different men let's say in that 2 weeks period where you could become pregnant? Because very rare, and not likely, based on what I know and my research, you can't get pregnant during the period, So after that, you have, as you said, that one should be seen on period for 10 days. Most time, a lot of time, being between women see for 5, they see for 4, see for 6 days. Right? So let's say that 10-day period comes, and you have another 2 weeks, what you call a safe period, where you can't get pregnant. But then after that, before the 28th day cycle come, you could become pregnant. How many men can a woman sleep with? Any among she want. But the question is, why would you want to sleep with 5 and 6 different men in that 1 month? Or that 2 weeks window? Yes? How? Why would you want to do that? And at the end of the day, somebody becoming getting the wrong child. So tonight, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Should DNA testing be done at birth, immediately after the child is born? Because this song, our men say it wasn't them. it wasn't me, not my child. And the woman is sure it's their child. Oh yeah, it's you I slept with. And they write it down. And then it was determined by the court that the child was not the man. Or they shall go and find, and oh, the judge asked, do you know who might be less like the person? Yeah. And she bring that person again, and still that person is not the child. And she bring the third person, the fourth person, the fifth person, and it's still not the child. How many men can you sleep with? And why are you sleeping with so many men in that 1 month? And not too many things to find out that. I'm not going to find out that you're pregnant in the first 3 weeks. Yeah, the first 3 months, you'll be big. That's big already. So why? What causes that? So we have to find the root cause of why the woman sleep with 4 and 5 men in the same month. It wasn't me.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man. You want, man? My feeling just caught me. You better catch you. I don't know how that this happened. The girl next door, you know? I don't know what to do. All right. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. We just told me we both done making love on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All night we were standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Oh, you better do not access your villa. The person of it is all in on your villa. You better watch your map before you turn into a villa. So do the situation to call the villa. Don't be a true player, you better hope it play. To say a night can, to say a day. You might need to a word she say. I'm to claim my hotel, I baby, no way.
But she caught me on the counter. Wasn't me. Saw me kissing on the sofa. Wasn't me. I even hit her in the shower. Wasn't me. She even put me on camera. Wasn't me. She saw the marks on my shoulder. Wasn't me. Heard the words that I told her. Wasn't me. Heard the screams getting louder. Wasn't me. She stayed until it was over. Honey came in and she told me right then and it creepy with the girl next door. We just told me we both love making love on the bathroom floor. I had tried to keep her from my she was about to sleep. I said she needed me and I told her it wasn't me.
So no say I'm trying to learn how you like it. I never used to see on it, the typical low flex. As somebody else said, about you in the complex. Still is believe it, so you better change the specs. You push your up in a way, but think upon the past. All the little evidence of the pan open mass. Pick by your answer, go open up. But if you back up, you know you better run fast.
But she caught me on the counter. Wasn't me. Saw me kissing on the sofa. Wasn't me. I even hit her in the shower. Wasn't me. She even put me on camera. Wasn't me. Saw the marks on my shoulder. Wasn't me. Heard the word that I told her. Wasn't me. Heard the screams getting louder. Wasn't me. She stayed until it was over. Honey came in and she called me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. We just told me we both love making love on the bathroom floor. How can I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. Wanna tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've done. I've been listening to your reason, it makes no sense at all. You could tell her that I'm sorry for the pain that I've done. You may think that you're fair, but you're completely lost. It's nothing. Honey came in and she told me red-handed, freaking with the girl next door. Picture me so we were both black, making love on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
The man Shaggy, it wasn't me. Well, a lot of men saying the child is not theirs for a lot of good reasons. And the question still remains tonight. Should DNA testing be done? Doris made a statement here, and I want to read it because it's a good statement. And a lot of times decisions are made for different reasons. Yeah, you're right. If they want to sleep with Tom, Dick, and Harry, they need not to get married. But other causes or reasons for that too, right? That's another true for another time. But it's serious. Why are they sleeping with so many men, right? Um, Doris saying here, I think that's for the benefit of those who listen on the radio. I think an abortion should only be considered if it's to save the mother or the child's life. Right? Saving the child will leave that child, motherless. But the mother may be able to have another child. So it's a different choice. Well, I yes. And my biological grandmother died in childbirth. Yeah. She gave birth to my mother, but she ended up dying. And back in days, probably didn't have the facilities, they didn't have the proper medical expertise to help navigate the birth of that child and to save. So their choice was to mother die, child live. And my mother was placed in the care of a very, very, very nice mother. Yes. And there are those who prefer to let the child die and live, like Doris saying. Perhaps she could be mother of many other children and give of life to many others. And it's a difficult choice on the hospital bed, who you are, how strong you are, and your belief system. That's the choice that have to be made right there, giving life and dying. It's something that have to be considered in this, like this, real quick. This should have to be made there. But what about those who just arbitrarily, just having sex and decide, I get pregnant, don't want to have the child at all? Not taking precautions. Number of things could happen. They can get different diseases, not only getting pregnant. So the choice that they make to lay down before a man without protection, to become pregnant, and the risk of getting some kind of sexual transmission diseases is very highly. Because no disease is written on the forehead of any man or any woman. And the man too could get disease from the woman unprotected. There's the only time, the other time back in the days when your parent, my parent, and even us growing up in the 60s and 50s and the 70s and 80s. I mean, gonorrhea was one of the most common transmitted diseases people would have had. And we knew about them. People may have other things. But in this day and time, there's so many different things women could get and men could give, and give a woman, man could get from a woman, that it begs the question, why would I want to sacrifice my life for that? For pleasure for a moment, for a lifetime of pain and suffering. Why would I? But I still want us to talk about DNA testing. Doris, why should DNA testing be done immediately after the child is born? Because a lot of women are carrying child and they know it's not the man. They're married and they know the child is not the man's son. Yes, they know. It is written on their faces. It's written on the wall, the signs on the wall. And they know. And the man knows, but sometimes the man just say, no bother, I'm going to roll with the punches. But then the man gets sick. And everybody now knows that the child is not the man, because that child cannot help, cannot give blood into the try. And that child must have loved this man so much love for that man, because he showed that child so much love, being there for her as the father of the child, just to realize that the child is not his. I watched a series of those things recently, and this child, they did an experiment in school, and the child, number one, told her dad, "You're not my dad." After they bring the evidence in school to do the project, it was determined that the child was not his. So they keep it the secret between themselves, didn't tell the mother nothing. They did the second and third child, and it still wasn't his. And I did not want to tell the last child because too young, too difficult to really explain that to her. But the first three children was mature enough to deal with it. They kept it to themselves and then they asked the mother, and she was denying it. And they had to tell her the truth that they did the NHS a school project, and it was determined that she was not the child of the man. And they decided to do the other two sisters, except the last one, and three of them, the top three was not his. But he loved those children. That's his children to him. And in many cases, men embrace those things. They accept it as their own. Some people say, what you don't know don't hurt you. But when you get to know it, it really will hurt you. So my point here is tonight, let us be truthful upfront. Let us do DNA testing as soon as the child is born. Because some men, right in the hospital, sign that birth certificate as father of the child. And then get to realize that the child is not his. And I see some people, some women, the mother-in-law, making a whole war in the courthouse. Then it was determined that the child is her son's own. Then the mother and the girl said, yes, it's his, I know it's his. Look at the nose, look at the eyes, look at it's his. Then it was determined it was not the guy's child. What do you do? As a tree of forefathers was determined, the day it was determined that it was not their child. And you have 4 men line up as father of your child. Every one you chose was not until number 7. 7 men in a month. 7 men. 6, sometimes 8 to determine the real father of the child. Should DNA testing be done as soon as the child is born? Yeah? Wanted Children, Bonnie Wheeler on Gem FM.
They wanted children hanging from the backbone of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mothers. Wanted children hanging from the backbone of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mothers. Now you can create to the waters deeper. By the waters from the land. That's a sheep. And he made the darkness bright. Make the lights to rule by day. As the lights to rule by night. Nothing or no one can change them, adjust or even rearrange them. His creation will heal from the beginning, so accept them for what they were. For all good things in life are free, like liberty for you and for me. As the freedom of a raging storm, let the little children fall. Wanted children crying from the bottom of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mothers. I said, wanted children crying from the backbone of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mothers. And so Jah created man Male and female according to his plan. All creatures both great and small. And in pairs he created them all. The man and woman he gave all dominion over all creatures that lived on creation. To multiply and replenish by coming together and so give birth. So who are you to try them, price them, and sell them? Who are you to slay them and to kill them before them go home? Who are you to hunt them down, run them down, and hunt them down? Who are you to judge them and to put them to shame and scorn? I see wanted children crying from the back of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mother. I see wanted children crying from the backbone of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the bosom of their mother. I see wanted children crying from the backbone of their fathers. Wanted children longing for the tender arms of their mother. Wanted children crying from the backbone of their fathers. And longing, longing, longing.
Wanted children crying for the backbones of their fathers. Yes, this is Gem FM. I'm your host, the Sheriff. Yours truly, John Kelly's. As we discuss tonight abortion and DNA testing. But for most of it, we want to talk about DNA testing. Should it be done immediately after birth? Because so many people, so many hurt has been happening in the lives of some of the men who get to know that the child is not theirs. So they really want that child. They really love that child. And some men end up in jail because of child support they did not pay. Even some of them believe that the child was not theirs. Some of them, because of the relationship they have, the mother separated and they said not going to pay for child support, it'll be the child is theirs and so on. And become delinquent fathers not paying child support. And there are some fathers who are not paying child support, who should be paying and not paying it. However, there are those who are innocent. Some determine that, no, I know the child is not mine, and they will not. But the mother saw it fit to have them arrested, went to the workplaces, do all kinds of stuff to make sure that they get the money to support them and child. And in many cases, they might be right to do so. However, lots of men have been to jail and still in prison for unpaid child support money. Yes? What should we do? Should we DNA testing be done to exonerate the fathers from the beginning when the child is being delivered? Should there be a DNA test done immediately after giving birth to determine who the child father really is? Because in many cases, the child is not the man's child. There are some men who accept the fact and say, you know what, I'm still going to be there for that child. They man up. But there are those who decide, you know what, it's not my child. I'm not going to sit around and father a child that is not mine. The woman who has been unfaithful to me, I cannot trust her. Why am I going to stay around with her and raise that child? Get the right father that you cheated on me with to raise the child. Let him step up. Yeah, let him step up and be the father. Let him take responsibility for raising that child. All right. So my question tonight remains: should this man, should DNA testing be done at birth? All right. So Moses children, here we are on Gem FM. Check it out.
Tell them the reason why you're crying, children. Tell them the reason why you shed those tears. Won't you tell them the reason why you're crying, children. Tell them the reason why you shed those tears. If I never did right, or if I ever did wrong, it's because situation arise, things don't seem to belong. Dry here and crosses are always before me, arms and wrinkles in them for me. With the death are always behind, waiting for a chance to take a life again. That every day. Was without the pay. Save me, live another day. For mine, I would be gone astray. My back. Yeah. Silver. Oh, it's fine now. So won't you tell them? Tell them the reason. Children. How about 1, 2? Working around the clock on the day, you doesn't have to be got to be hit the strong. I got to carry the load, I carry them dragging along. This is the man who keep it safe. For the day of his faith redemption. Get away from bringing the pain. And into the joys of the sweet liberation. Can't get no place. Pay you my chest.
Yeah. All right. Well, Doris have made some serious points here, but I'm still contending that. Doris, I think, let me go back up to Doris here because Doris had said some stuff, and one of the things that she said here, a father, if he was wrong, requesting a DNA at the birth of a child would cause a relationship to break up. Because if the woman has been faithful, she will be very upset. And I understand that, but a woman who be given, like, everybody need to trust the person that they're with. But there comes a time that based on societal situation, what's going on around us, what's happening now, their level of unfaithfulness. And I've seen videos, the women say that wives talking about they cheat on their husband and they never know for years, for many years. You never know. One night, one day, the office, they had us a one night stand with somebody, they just feel like a crush on that person, and then they give them peace. And they get pregnant in the process and they're married. Now, men hear all those things. They say, honey, look, I trust you. But I want to make sure that, you know what, that child that you're carrying here is mine. I'm not trying to judge you. I want to make sure that we're good. And if it's good to go, we're good to go. We're good. Because I don't want when I get sick and I think that this child, this one child, these two children that we have, it's going to be able to help me in any medical situation. And then it turns out 20, 30 years later, the child is not mine. That judge who married for 51 years have two children with his wife of 51 years. He sits in the courthouse every day for over 30 years, presiding over cases like that. Then he is a victim of the same thing he was presiding over. He was heartbroken. He was saddened. I mean, he was just distraught. What to do? Because he wanted to know, not for him whether the child was his father of those children, but for his mother to have a kidney transplant. And if the children, which one would be a perfect match, all three male, be a perfect match for his mother. Turns out that none of the boys was his. 40-something years old children. None of those was his. So I think it's important, it's necessary to do the DNA tests at birth. So in that way, we clear the air going forward. Yes, it should be done. I believe it should be done, so nobody have no question, no reason to falter later on and say, well, you know what, you did that or I did that. Tit for tat, whatever fight to kill my dog or go kill your cat kind of thing. And someone boldly go and cheat because my husband cheat or my boyfriend cheat. Don't do that. You're only hurting yourself and the process, the child, if there is a child, you want to be the victim. Ultimate victim will be that child. So I think it's important, my friend Doris. But whether or not he wasn't home, she have to keep her legs closed. You know, she have to keep her legs closed. She have to understand that he's working to take care of her. He's going to work. That's his job. Every day going to work and taking care of her. She enjoying the benefits of his of his checks. The payment is good. Right? She enjoying that. Yes, David. She enjoying the money. The lifestyle that comes along with it. The judge is her husband. Oh, he is the CEO of McDonald's. He's the CEO of Coca-Cola. So she's not working. Can you have enough money to pay the bills? And she enjoying life. That include having affairs. And then to realize 51 years later, is not okay. Yeah. So to find out later on that the child is not his, this is something very, very disheartening for the man who spent all his time trying to take care of his family financially, making sure that they have enough food, enough to eat, cars, taken care of, everything that she needs. And really, there's no questioning. And then to find out that those children is not his, and the father for those children are already somewhere, not knowing, even though they know, and know she knew, that he been given a jacket, yes, to wear that is not his. It's unfair to him. It's unfair. Yeah, someone have some bad habits, but protect yourself now, man. If you're doing that, do take protection. Yes? It's really, really hard for a man to raise a child up to age 25, 35. That child, believing that child is your grandchildren, petting them and happy for those grandchildren, and then boom, it's not your child, not your grandchildren. Well, some men will gladly accept the fact still I say, you know what can I do at this age? It's my child. I raise them up, they become mine, I embrace the grandchildren. All of that is his. And he embraced that. Most of the men who can't deal with that. But the men who can't deal with the fact that my wife had an appeal on me. My wife to be my best friend. My wife to be somebody that I know. To be somebody that I know. And some men know, they see within the grouping that they realize there is a disconnect. That your wife and your friend and the friend that you associate, that the guys you're associating with your wife is having an affair with a guy. And you see the interaction. You see the special treatment in your presence that you give to that particular guy. Are you seeing your husband giving a particular attention to a certain woman in your presence? You know something going on. You see it. You see the gestures and for some reason she get pregnant. And you live with her, you're married over 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And then you get to realize that child is 20, 10, and something happens to you or something happens to her or him, and want to help. And blood is needed. And it turns out that the child is not yours. What should you do? What should you do? This is really, really a hard thing for a lot of people, but it happens and it keeps happening all the time. And we have to find, I don't know how best we could do that. What would be, I mean, if it's something that is mandatory, it's been made mandatory by law. Because they do a lot of lawful things. They make laws and pass laws and we accept them and because it's part of societal norms. When it comes to DNA testing, should women be tested after giving birth? Should the child be tested to ensure that the child is belonging to the man? This is the question we want to find out. All right. So I'm gonna play another song right here on Chim FM. Angel. Shaggy.
I was wondering if Claudia was gonna walk in and talk to nine things and girls. It's not like that. Hey, all the girls around the world. I'm considering when I shaggy with a company and tell me I'm one of your music on this. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me, baby. Shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend, and I'm in need.
I just one big party when you're still young. But who's gonna have your back when it's all done?
Yeah.
All good when you little up your fun chance to your pool son. What about the long run? Looking for that they always have pension. Cement not giving her much attention.
Yeah.
She was there through my incarceration. I wanna show them nation my appreciation.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me, baby. Shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend, and I'm in need, baby.
You're a queen and that's how you should be treated. So you never get the loving that you needed.
Yeah.
For the left for a call when you need it. Taking a feeding, mission completed. And I said that I like this, the program. I get what you miss around with your emotion.
Yeah.
But the feeling that I have for you is so strong. Been together so long and this could never be wrong.
Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me, baby. Shorty, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Girl, you're my friend, and I'm in need, baby.
You must be sent from up above. And you appear to me so tender, say girl, I surrender. Thanks for giving me your love. Girl, it's like I'm out of here, wait, you want me to you must be sent from up above. And you appear to me so tender, well, girl, I surrender. So thanks for giving me your love. All of this one big party when you're still young. And who's gonna have your back when it's all done? It's all good when you live it up, your fun can't be a person. What about the long run? Looking for Kathy, always attention. So me not giving her much attention. It was there through my incarceration. I wanna show the nation my appreciation. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling. Closer than my fix, you are to me. Baby, shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling, baby. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need. Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling, baby. Closer than my fix, you are to me. Baby, shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling, angel. Girl, you're my friend when I'm in need, baby.
Yes, if you are my angel, I treat you as an angel. I love you as my angel. I do all the things for you as my angel. And then you're going to have an affair on me. And not only that, you have a child by another man in the matrimonial home. What do I do? Or what should a man do? Doris, when a man raises the child for so many years, they have that special bond. Even though the truth comes out, but that child may still want to know who his father is. Yes, I have seen that. I saw a documentary with this child. She accept, yes, well, you raised me up and I love you. Yes, I love you. I appreciate you. I see you as my father. But I want to know who my biological father. Something inside of me is yearning for my biological father. I need to know who my biological father is. And without that, I feel incomplete. A lot of women, I see more like that. Women are yearning to know who their real father is. There's another one I saw with a young man. He cries, despises his mother, because the mother didn't want him to have any connection with the dad. He discovered letters, hundreds of letters that the father was sending to him for his birthdays, even with money. And she denied his son the opportunity to get those letters. He was 20 years old, and he had to go in search of his father, because one day he found out in some secret place his mother had some things hiding. She checked it with a whole set of letters from the father, begging for him to see his son, but she denied him, the son, the right to see the father. Ladies, please, no matter what you and the man have, do not deny the man the right to see his child. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Every child has a right to know who their father is. And if you deny the man, the child, the right to see his child, and anything that he does after that, decide not to have anything to do with you, you can't fault him for that. But I would encourage him to still have and still love the mother, show respect, still honor her, because that's your mother. Whatever she and the father had over you, over themselves, she should be faulted for it, yes. But you as the son and daughter become the bigger person. As the Bible says, children, honor your mother and father, so your life may be long. So what are we doing? There are a lot of instances in the Bible, a lot of infidelity take place, a lot of sexual misconduct take place in the scriptures. A lot of times. I can imagine Sarah and Abraham, where she said to him, go ahead and have sex with my maid. Yeah, go ahead and have sex with the maid. It's okay, it's fine, no problem. And as soon as she become pregnant for Abraham, she started giving trouble in the house. And now she had to leave. Yes? It's pretty, you're not. Yes, a lot of times people use Doris, true, they use the child as a weapon against the father. Yeah? They want him around because, and not only that, they're not fighting with the wife of the man if they leave them for another woman married to somebody else. I'm saying, if you can't live together, don't deny the child the right to see his dad, especially if that child is a biological child. So a lot of men today in our society refusing to get married, refusing to have a relationship, people to stay by themselves. It's a fact that women, a lot of women who choose career over having children are regrettable of that decision that they have made. There's some women who definitely can have children. Yeah, they can't have. Some are just born that way. They just can't. And only God knows why. Right? And if a man married a woman, she can have children, he married to her, it's yours. You know, if you love her, and you love her for who she is, there's no condition, you love her, okay, you want to marry to a family, and unfortunately, she cannot have children. She cannot have children. You're stuck with her for life. Now, in modern society, you say, well, put her away and marry to somebody else. I would recommend that. A lot of people would do that. Or they'll go outside and have other child and showing somebody else. Let them know that, look, that's the situation we face. We try everything and we can get pregnant. I need to have a seed. I need to have a child. I need to have children. I want you to be my wife. You're a very nice woman. I want you to be my wife. I want you to continue to be my wife. But I need to have children. So my lineage will continue. Some men option up to that to go down to that. Some women may agree to do that. Some men may not agree. What do you do? If you can't have children and your husband want to have children, would you allow him to do that? That will be a topic for next week. Would you allow your husband to have children outside, like Sarah allowed Abraham to have children with his maid? Would you allow your husband to have children outside? All right, let's go. Next song. I'll just play up this one. Reincarnated souls, Bonnie Wheeler.
We are reincarnations from that time. Living on earth, air and water, this is time. We are reincarnations from that time. Living on earth, air and water, this is time. In the beginning was the word, and the word manifested in flesh, which even became man. All because of the divine land. Man being lower than the angels, of all earth was the dominion. He devised his own destructions, but the world lived on and on. Let him come, who lies asleep, let him yonder. Who's thirsty? Let them drink their water. Drink water, children. Drink water till children. Because it's the day of the baby. Can't you see it's dawning, dawning? It's the day of the baby. You see how much it's shining, shining. It's the day of the baby. Keep it up like learning. Little children, keep it true. We are afraid of the thunder and lightning. Cause we are incarnated souls from that time. Living on a retail and water is the time. We are incarnated souls from that time. Living on a retail and water is the time. Nothing is new under the sun. All has been here since time begun. And with all the years we've spent, only changing names protect the innocent. Like the sea planted by the water, there to die before new earth. Changing its form to another there. Taking on the stuff just at the crack. Who's breathing? Let him come. He whose eyes to see. Let him look yonder. He who's thirsty. Let them drink their water. Drink water, children. Drink water, children. God is here, it's ready to pray. God, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's ready to pray. See them, it's done, it's done, I say, y'all, it's ready to pray. Keep it up like a bird, like burning. Children, keep going.
Yes. That's Bonnie Wheeler on Gem FM. I know the time is coming close to me to kick the chair to the rear. 15 minutes to go before I end this show. Join me next week, Sunday, even at 8:30, 9 o'clock, actually, 9 until 12, 3 hours. We'll be doing this all over again. From 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock to 8:30 is the Legal Eyes out of Grenada with Ewart Lane. Join us for that as well. Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m., Raphael Paul, The Heart of the Matter, and at 9:10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is Caribbean Connection with yours truly, John Kelly, Double Battis, and Raphael Paul, and special guest Hudson George. Friday nights will be Living the Dream Show, and we invite you to come along and listen to the persons and people that we have on the show, how they did what they did to get where they are, talking about their success and what they're doing at present that brought them to that space. Thursday night Bible study and a repeat of Sunday evening show with Ewart Lane, Legal Eyes. Wednesday night, Heart to Heart with Tex Moran from 8 o'clock until 10 o'clock. Tuesday night, Developing Intimacy in Marriage with yours truly, John Kellis and Evangelist Joan Walker, Veronica Irvin, and others. This happened Monday night, Freelancing Night. Coming on soon, the return of the Men of Vision Evangelize out of Trinidad and Tobago will be rejoining us on a Monday night. So that will be happening. So that's our program for the week. And all during the week, we're having different things happening. So tune into gemfm.ca at www.gemfm.ca, and you will hear different things happening here on our shows on the radio. Also, we're asking you for your support financially, that you will go to our website and make a donation at www.gemfm. Just hit the donation button and use your credit card or your debit Visa to make a donation. Or you can e-transfer us to Genesis Magazine at Rogers.com. That's Genesis Magazine, one word, at Rogers.com, or calisrich@gmail.com. Either way, you can make $5 a month, $2, whatever you desire to help us, to help keep this station going, to buy new equipment and to keep it going. And best still, if you have a business and you want to advertise on this radio station or in our magazine, feel free to email us at genesismagazine@rogers.com. That way, let us know what you want to advertise, and we'll have a conversation I will call you. Leave your phone number with us so we can call you back once you send the email. We'll contact you in relation to your advertisement. All right. So this is about it. What we have coming up? What's new in the community? I have no listing except on Sunday coming up. All right. Don't forget Miss Ola's Kitchen at 477 Oakwood Avenue in Toronto. Come for the best grain oil in Toronto at Ola's Kitchen. Goodies, currant roll, cut cake, sugar cake, groundnut sugar cake, sponge cake, and bread at Miss Ola's Kitchen. All right, crab and dumpling Friday night, Friday food, seafood boil, stew fish, fried fish, come on down. All down on Wednesdays and Saturdays, all down rice and peas soup all week. Macaroni pie, they have it going on there. So please come on down and check it out.
Oildum is on Oildum
Is
and curry crab
a curry crab.
is on Thursday and
And-
Saturday.
Okay, curry crab is on Thursday and again?
Oildum
Mm-hmm.
and
Curry
curry
crab.
crab and dumpling
Mm-hmm.
is every Thursday
Every Thursday
and Saturday.
and Saturday. All right. So here you go. Every Saturday and Thursday, curry crab and dumpling and all that. Okay. It's happening at 477 Oakwood Avenue. So please feel free to come on down and participate. Support the grain and business because this support us by giving us advertisement. So come on down. And again, if you have a business, please feel free. Let us advertise for you. People get to know you. All right. Like we did for all and others. We get to know you because we tell them about you. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I got a song to play. Yeah. And I get you out of here in one piece. Strength of a woman. Here it is.
Solomon's in how this world was made. I wonder if there's a woman. The gift of life has taught me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant wind that fills my sail. Oh, that woman. With a smile and a style, she'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. Oh, you're a smile all again. And take you through the higher ways. So come to one and win someday. Strength of a woman. Strength of a woman. Woke up this morning. I got up with a scent of a woman. Picture if you what life would be. Ain't much without a woman. She can be a constant pain. Oh, that woman. Family whipped, and it's just too hard to resist. What a woman. Oh, hey, she'll notice I wanna dance and take you to a higher place. So that you want yes to me. Strength of a woman. Let's go so slowly, and the world is all good. Don't you linger when we leave, God bless the ground beneath the feet. She will feel on your hand, feel comfort when you cry. Well, if you're looking to run, you feel the sun over my mind. And take you to the higher place. So time to wind and rest. Stop the one. Hot. I love this time. Hold it on now. Brian, I'm going to go 11 minutes. They got it going on. Ah! Shut it! That's everybody's calling, calling, got me crawling up the wall. My size is smaller, stalling, got your guts are close, we're crawling. Turn neighbors calling, bawling, all this noise is so appalling. They must believe we're brawling, Bedford and to Lurlin. Ah, yo, yeah, yeah. I was hers for the choosing. Performance left her snoozing. Drug burns her knees were bruising. She's hooked and no refusing.
She was the perfect mom. She really put it on. I had to write a song. Case and silly, there's
Six of you. That nice. You know, you're not that big. But outrage, she wow. It's just a like, and you make me want to say, you should just shake it on. And you need to rock it now. I like to wait for you. Every time you're passing me, and you tickly, tickly, and you need to rock it now. Hold on. Ah, moist.
I used to cry myself to sleep at night. That song before it came. I thought love had to hurt to turn out right, but now everybody's here. It's not the same. It's not the same. If and in the morning when I kiss his eyes, he takes me down. And in the evening when the moon is high, he holds me close.
All the man that she ever needed. Whitney Houston on Gem FM. All the man that she ever needs. Wow. What a night. Well, more music right here until 2 minutes to 11 o'clock. Over here. We out of time. We out of time. Hope you are enjoying this.
That when I was a child,
With my father, the evangelist.
before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never end. How I love to dance with my father again. When I and my mother would disagree, to get my way, I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me. Yeah, yeah. Then finally make me do just what my mama said. Later that night when I was asleep, he left another under my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could spare one final glance, one final step, one final dance with him, I'd play a song that would never end, 'cause I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Sometimes I listen to some song, and I hear how my mother cried for him. I pray for her even more than you. I pray for her even more than I know I'm crying for much too much, but could you send back the only man she loved? I know you don't do it usually, but dear Lord, she's dying to dance with my father. Every night I fall asleep, and this is all I ever dream. And in this dream,
Yeah, that was Dance with My Father, Luther Vandross on Gem FM, counting down 11:02.
oh yes,
Not here, folks. This is Gem FM. I hope you are have been enjoying this show. Show some love, Alamari. On my way out, have a blessed night, everybody. Join us. And those of you in Toronto, you can come to church with me on Sunday. This Friday is Good Friday service, starting from 10 o'clock. Let's see if I have the right information here. Yes, 10 o'clock. I just get it from my pastor here. So 10 o'clock on Friday service. Yes. And then 11 o'clock on Sunday, Easter Sunday service. All right. God bless you and make you blessed. One love, one heart, one destiny. You can stay tuned to the radio station at www.gemfm.ca. Doris, link up, real talk behind the scenes. All right. Blessings.
That I'm saying, you're the step on me.
I want to share all my heart. No one else will. You know your eyes, they tell me how much you yes, you my endless Two hearts standing as one. Our love is such a sweet love. Yes. Forever, I'll hold you close in my arms. I'll keep resist your charms. No, no, I'll be
I would only be in your way, so I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. Will always love you. You, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. Did you really think that I would really take you back, let you back in my heart one more time? Oh, no, no. Did you think I'd still care? That there'd be one feeling there? Did you think you could walk back in my life? Oh, so you found you missed the love you threw away. Baby, but you found it out too late, too late. And so you cry the way that I cried when you broke my world in two. Baby, it's brave. I learned from the best. I learned from you. Oh, baby, I learned from you. I remember cold nights. I thought would never dry. How you shattered my world with your goodbye. Your goodbye, baby. Would have sold my soul then, just to have you back again. Now you are the last thing on my mind. Now you say you're sorry and you change your ways. Sorry, but you changed your ways too. And so feels the way that you brought my world into, baby. I read the heart, learned from the best. I learned from you. Oh, baby, I learned from you. Sleepless nights, when the tears are clouding your eyes. Just remember what you said. The way that I cried when you broke my heart, I learned from the best. I learned from you. I learned from the best. I learned from you.
Yes, I learned from the best. I learned from you. Whitney Houston on Gem FM. Well, folks, you could join me over at www.gemfm.ca. That's where for the next 45 minutes or so, there's some of the best of Whitney Houston, Teddy Pendergrass, and the rest. So I'm signing off from here. So join me over there. All right. Blessings and honor to you and yours. May God bless you and make you a blessing. One love, one heart, one destiny. Doris Maureen Charles, thank you for your company. And those of you watching, keep watching. Keep listening to Gem FM right here. 24 hours of radio. Don't stop. Nanny Pinky, good night to you. Doris, Olivette, all of you, thank you for listening. Hugh Lawrence, thank you for logging over at Liberation of the Mind. Thank you so much for those listening on the different platforms that we have posted on. Thank you again. May God bless you and make you a blessing. I'm out of here, folks.